Yo, what up guys, OPTCG Daniel here, back at it again with a deck profile video. So today we're gonna do Magellan, really cool leader and cool effect because it reads your turn. Once per turn, when a Dawn card on your field is returned to the Dawn deck, this leader gains 1000 power during this turn. Hey, you're probably not subscribed because 82% of you guys are not subscribed. And if you want Ace not to, you should subscribe. Be mindful, this card had an errata. So in your turn, when a Dawn card leaves the field, so it doesn't need to be your field, but just in general, it gains 1000 power. So basically, if you play against a Mirror or a Kaido or a Zephyr and they do minus Dawn in your own turn, this leader still gains 1000. So you don't need to minus Dawn yourself, but if your opponent does it in your turn, this gains 1000. So it's a really good card, especially against Whitebeard, because it becomes 6k very easily. But yeah, let's put you behind me. And now for the deck profile. For our 1-cost characters, we play Hannibal. Yeah, you know it, it's a Surger. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal or add up to 1 Impel Down type card to your hand, place the others in the bottom. It has to be purple Impel Down, by the way. But yeah, really cool card. You can search your event, your characters, and your stage. Yes, we play the stage, because I will show you later why. And also, it's a 1k counter, and you can use it with 2k to swing into searchers, like Momo, Bonnie, or whatever. For our 2-cost characters, of course, we play Domino. Yeah, it's searchable by a Hannibal, and it's just our 2-cost blocker with 1000 counter. So you can just discard it or use it as blocker. And now for our 3-cost, we play 3 times Little Sadie. So yeah, Little Sadie is a interesting card because it has a pretty decent effect and also 2k counter. But yeah, it says on play, play up to 1 Jailer Beast type character card from your hand. There's 2k counter, so you can discard it for 2k counter or play it and summon a body on the field, which I will show you right now. So for the targets for Little Sadie, we play 8 targets. We play 4 mini koalas. Mini Koala is a really cool card because it's a 5k beater, 1000 counter, it's a blocker, and on KO, if your leader has the Impel Down type, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. So basically it's a ramp on KO. A really cool card, you can just attack with it, bait out an attack and just let it go to trash, get a Dawn back because you minus a lot in this deck. Or, yeah, it's just a blocker. Really cool cards. I still need to get the box stoppers. I've been buying way too many alt art leaders and alt art cards. If you are following me on Twitter, which you should do, follow me on Twitter. For our last target is Minotaur. Minotaur is a really good card. I love this card because it has double attack, so it deals 2 damage. On a KO, if your leader has the Impel Down type, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it, basically the same as the Mini Koala, but the Mini Koala is a blocker and Minotaur is a double attack. So put some Dawns on it, swing with it, your opponent is forcing to block it, and they are all searchable, of course, with the Hannibal. And yeah, once again, it's a 4-cost, 5k power and 1000 counter. So you don't really need to play Sadi, but yeah, it's just an extra body on the field. And you can keep Sadi in hand for 2k counter. For our next 4-cost card, which we play 4 of, is Shiryu. Why Shiryu? Because Law and... what was the deck again? Law and Zoro are really dominant in this format, and this card is a really good counter. I'm sorry, talking is hard. But yeah, it's a 4-cost, 5k, 1000 counter. On play, Dawn -1, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less. So basically, the Sunny, Gordon, Otama, if they play Otama on field, or Badge, Chopper, Bonnie, Sunny-kun, if I said it already. But yeah, all those cards you can just KO it. So this is a tech against those decks. It's searchable by Hannibal, and it has a 1k counter. But yeah, you can totally change these cards if your local or your meta there is not really Zoro or Law dependent. You can totally change these 4 cards, but they are really cool. So you can do whatever you want with those 4. For our 5-cost cards, we play 4 times Douglas Bullet. It's a 5-cost, 6k, 1000 counter. On play, Don -1. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So basically against Whitebeard, you can just rest their 4 costs and then just hit swing, attack them so they cannot attack with 2 times 6k next turn. Or just some other cards. You can just rest it easily, blockers, bypass it, or annoying cards. Searchers maybe. For our next 5 cost card, we play 4 times X-Drake. X-Drake, really good card. It is a 2k counter, and on play effect sometimes comes up. It's just a rip card to your opponent's hand. You primarily want to use it for the 2k counter, but the on play is Don 1, Don -1. Your opponent treasures 1 card from their hand. So if your opponent has only 1 card on hand and you want to guarantee game, or if they might have an event and they have Dons open, you just play this, Don -1, they have to trash the card, they have 0 cards, and you can just hit for 5k freely, don't have to be afraid of any other cards they can activate when you attack. So a really cool card. And now for our last 5 cost card, the heart and the soul of this deck, we play 4 times Magellan. This card is insanely good, and no one will remove this card early game, because why? It says, on play, Don -1, your opponent returns 1 Don card from their field to their Don deck, so basically just minus their Don, so they will fall down in a curve or just in Dons. And in your opponent's turn, when this card is KO'd, your opponent returns 2 Don from their field to their Don deck. So, yeah, it has to be in opponent's turn. So whenever you attack and you have these on the field, just put 1 Don beneath it so it doesn't die by a jet pistol, because then it won't trigger. Basically the same like the Borsellino blocker. But yeah, a really cool card. You can just swing with it freely for 6, so that forces some counters. Against Whitebeard also, Kinemon will fall back, so they cannot use leader effect to play the Odin for 7 cost, so they're at 6 then, etc, etc. And if you have rested it, no one will attack it unless there are 10 Dons, because then, of course, they will go to 10 Dons next turn again. But yeah, really cool card, pressures a lot, and people won't KO it if they are at 10 Dons. For our 6 cost characters, we play 4 times King. Why King? I used to be a Kaido main in OP01, I love King. But yeah, King on play, -1. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So annoying cards, once again, like the Strawbeard or some other blockers or whatever, just on play, -4, KO it, easy, 6 cost, no counter, 7k. So it's just a easy swing, and they will have to discard 3k counter to defend it, or 2k if they are Whitebeard. But yeah, really cool card, and just pressures a lot. For our 9 cost cards, we play 4 times Kaido. So yeah, Kaido, Don -5. I haven't played this card in a while. Don -5. KO up to one of your opponent's characters where they cost 6 or less. This character gains Rush. So yeah, it's a removal for a 6 or lower and it gains Rush. You don't have to KO to get the Rush, just do -5 and it will get Rush. So you can just swing freely for 10k or maybe even 11 if you want to attach a Don on it. And then your leader is 6, so you can hit for 10, 6, 7, 10, or 6, 11. And yeah, it's just a board clear. And you probably are wondering, why do I play 4 kings, 4 Kaidos? Because we play 2 times the stage card. This basically filters your hand, and it's just a cheap stage card. Because it costs 1 Don, activate main, you may trash 1 card from your hand and rest the stage. Look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 impulse down type card, add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So if you have too many Kaidos, too many kings, or non-counters, or whatever, or you're just searching for that last combo piece, use this, tap it, or rest it, if they say that like that, and just trash one of the Kaidos or kings, and look at top 3, and then if there's like one of these cards, just get it, because our next last card is insane. We play 4 times Hell's Judgment. Hell's Judgment is the best event from this entire set in my opinion, because counter Don -1, give up to a total of 2 of your opponent's leaders or characters cards -3000 power during this turn. So if they hit with 5 on your leader, you just do this, they become a 3, so the attack will fail because it's lower than 5 of course. Or if they attack with 8, you use this, it becomes 5, then you have to discard a 1k, so your leader becomes 6, etc. And yeah, really cool cards because you can really screw up their Don layout if they already attach dons to their characters and then attack, which you should never do. Always attack and then attach dons for other cards, so you are prepared. And the trigger is, if your opponent has 6 dons on their field, your opponent returns 1 don from their field to their don deck. And it also gives them negative dons. But yeah, that was the deck profile for Magellan. I know that the OP02 meta is almost ending, because in a month-ish we are getting OP03. I am very late with uploading this. I've been busy practicing for regionals. I had my regional yesterday, Germany. I'm not going to talk about how I went, because I went terrible. But yeah, I also have a Barcelona Treasure Cup coming up next month. So I'm going to Barcelona, play there. And then I also have a Treasure Cup online. Maybe, if I'm lucky, with winning the raffle. But yeah, that's all that. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want to see more content, subscribe to my channel. We're almost at 1K subscribers, so thanks a lot. And yeah, that's it. Peace.